Yes, I know. That's what I thought of. All right. Y'all, I'm going to do, I forgot what I just said. 2, 4, 7, I think is what I said. And 9. Okay. Y'all just remain quiet. I know you're getting cake. Y'all, if you need extra practice graphing, do the other ones tonight. Okay? But this way, I just don't want to spend all of our time graphing when you've only got some that are similar to these on there. All right, so what are you going to do for number 2? Yeah, you are just going to go to y equals and type in exactly what it says. 4 times 3 in parentheses to the x. Because x is in the exponent, it's going to be exponential growth or decay. Because this number is bigger than 1, it's growth, okay? And we should know instead of my y-intercept being at 1, what's it going to be at? 4, okay? So, watch. I'm going to press second table. And let's plot some points. So, this -1, 1.3, I know they're counting by 2s. That's awful. If you hate that on the test and you want a graph stamp, come ask me for a separate graph stamp. If the 2s bother you, then just ask me for a graph stamp, okay, if you have any problems with your graph. So, -1 and up 1.3, I'm just going with that. Decimals are difficult. I'll just do that. 0, 4, that one's not bad. Over 0, up 4. I knew it was going to be at 4 because of that number right there. Yes, you may borrow that. 1, 12. So I'm going to go over 1 and up 12. That's like right here. If you're not sure about where you put your points, y'all, you can always draw your little table like this. -1, 1.3 repeated. 0, 4, 1, 12. You know, like if you put that on there, that'll ensure that I know.
That's probably what I'll do.
Are they going to be like decimals like that on the
quiz? As we go through them, like, yeah, you're probably going to have some sort of decimal. When in doubt, graph it the best you can with that decimal. But put your table, okay, if you have any doubts. Does everybody get number 2? Yes, okay. We're going to go ahead and do number 3. All right. On this one, your initial amount is what? 820. So I'm going to write the 820. I'll write our answer out here. 820. Now, this percent has to be greater than what number? 1. Okay, it has to be greater than 1. And what do... let's see. What number is this? Yeah, it's 1.23. Is that right? Hold on, I'm looking at the wrong thing. But I'm pretty sure that's right. Just want to make sure. Yeah, it is 1.23. And then you put your exponent x, okay? Remember for...
Exponent would be 3.
No, well, it is in a second. See how the first part is your equation? So it has the x. The second part, yes, you plug in 3. And if y'all do that, what's it going to give us?
A.
It's going to still give us a. It would give us the second number is when we plug in 3. Huh? This one is on there, yes. And it's a quail problem. And it's growth. And you're going to know it's going to be 1 point whatever your percentage is, right? We know that now? Yes. All right, so everybody's good with that one. Okay, moving along. Are y'all warm in here?
Yes.
Okay. That train has been like coming through every day this week at this time. I'm wondering if I want a piece of cake. I think I do. I'll get one in a second. Let me go ahead. Everybody else, make sure y'all get some cake. I will in a second. I will. All right, I'm going to go to y equals, and I'm going to type in 8 times 1/3. You probably don't have to put the sign, the times multiplication, to the x. Is everybody good with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, we know this one's going to be decay, right, because of the 1/3, and we know it's going to start at what number? Up here at 8, or at least that's what we think, but we've got our calculator to make sure. So when I graph it, there it goes, and it is decay. Now we need some ordered pairs. Are they going to be decimals? Probably several. That's okay. Yeah, it is a lot of decimals because I sure don't want to do negative 124. Do y'all? No. But I'm going to start at 0, 8. Let me just do my little table real quick. This will make sure you're correct. And then I'm going to say 1, 2.6 repeated. 2, 0.8 repeated. So on. Because I don't see any other.
I thought there was
No.
never mind.
Those are getting too big. So, all right, so I'm just going to go over 1 and then up 2.6. I'm just guessing that's like right there. I don't know. I probably should have gone up a little bit more. Over 2 and up to 0.8. And there we go. Is everybody good with that one? Yes, decimals are yucky, but I just need to see that you can kind of figure out where they go. But write your table. Make sure you get the right answer. Oh.
3 points.
Yeah, I would do like 3 points, and you're gonna have some decimals. But do we understand what to do? If you hate this counting by 2s, I do not mind giving you a graph stamp, and you can count by 1s. All right. If you need extra practice, you can try number 5. But I'm gonna. No, this one just says graph. Now I think there's a problem in a second that may ask.
Do you have to do all these graphing ones?
Well, I think you've only got 4 graphing ones on your test. So I'm only going to do like 4 graphing ones today. Now, if we have extra time and I need to do more, I'll come back. Okay, but I need to get through what we can. Are we good to move on to number 7? Yeah? So what is this one going to be? Decay. I'm just going over this for practice. We would think we would start at 5, but where are we actually going to go up to? Up 2 more. So instead of 5, I'm going to start at 7. That's what I'm guessing. Say that we don't have a clue. Our calculator will tell us. So I'm going to type in 5 times 1/4 to the x plus 2. Make sure, some of your calculators are fancy, make sure that it's not x plus 2 in the exponent. You do not want your plus 2 in the exponent. Anybody with a newer calculator. All right, and it should look like this. We know it's decay. I think it goes through at 7. And normally, right, it kind of evens out at the x-axis, but this one has been moved up 2, we can see. So let's look at our table. Is everybody good so far? So when I go to my table, those are big numbers. I'm going to start with 0, 7. That was where we kind of guessed. Oh, these are counting by what? 1s. 0, I'm going to have to go up a little bit more. 7. Let me put my little table. 0, 7. I'll do 1, 3.25, 2, 2.3-ish. Okay. So over 1, up 3 and a little more. Over 2 and up 2.3. And then I can see, it looks like it's kind of evening out at 2. If you look at your table, does it ever look like it's going underneath 2? No. Those are all saying 2. It's just because of my decimals. So it looks like it stays around 2. So it doesn't keep going down because it's been moved up 2. Does everybody get this one? Like it doesn't go to the x-axis this time. It goes to the 2. All right. Questions on that one? So far, so good? Okay, that's your first 3-ish types of problems on your test.
You said there's 10 on the test?
There's 15. Yeah, 4 graphs. Now, y'all, I do think like number 6 has a negative. There is one like this one on there. What's going to happen with the negative? Yeah, it's probably going to look more like that, right? I'm thinking that's something like that. Okay, like down here. So anyway, but if y'all have a question real quick tomorrow before the quiz, then I'll answer it. And then I'm skipping to number 9. Is everybody good with number 9? Go into that one. Yes. Where do we think this one's going to be? I think it's going to be growth. Why?
Up 8 and 8.
Yeah, up, because it would start at 7 plus 1 more. We think it's going to go up to 8. I think it's going to level off at around the 1.
It's going to be on the left side.
I think it's going to move over to the left too, right? All these things that I'm thinking from the transformations, But if we don't know any of that, our calculator, we'll just type it in and it'll tell us. So 7 times 6 to the, now on mine, I'm going to have to put x plus 2 in parentheses and then plus 1. So look at that. If you have a newer calculator, just make sure your x plus 2 is in the exponent. The plus 1 is not. Are we good with this? Mm-hmm. Yes. Can I press the graph? Yes. Okay. All right. So, and for some reason, it's going that way. Let me make sure. 7 times 6
That's
to...
what mine looks like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just backwards from what I expected. All right. So let's look at our table. Let me make sure on theirs. What number is this one? 9. Yes, that is correct. Okay, so let me look at some of these numbers. Oh, oh my goodness. These are terrible. Okay, here we go. This is much better. I'm not going to go graphing in the thousands. All right, this is much better. Let me do -2, 8. And they're counting by 2s on my little table. So I'm going to go -2 and up 8. And then I'll go with -3 and up a little over 2. And then I'm going to go to -4 and up a little over 1. And it looks like it's leveling out at 1, right? Remember we said it would because of that plus 1? Yeah? And then I'll just write down my table right here just to make sure I get all my points. So -3, 2.2, that was, oh, I did this wrong.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyway, I picked the wrong points because I didn't go up to 43. But anyway, I'll just still use that little table. Are we good with that? Yes, so we're going to get all those right? That's all the graphing ones. Okay, number 10 is on there. 10 or 11, they're the same thing. So if you need an extra practice problem, you can look at, like I'll do number 10, you could look at 11. It's not that difficult. It's the same exact question. I changed the number. So you're going to look for the same exact type of answer tomorrow. First of all, it talks about the half-life. So when I'm doubling something, I put the 2 underneath the x. If I'm halving something, what goes under the x?
2.
No, that's if I'm doubling. If you're halving something, you put a half, 1 over 2. So you can already tell that it's either this answer or this answer. Yes?
We can
Yeah.
work out senior.
So yeah, well, because and tomorrow on your quiz, yeah, it says a half-life. So you're taking half of something constantly. So it's 1/2, my computer froze. There it goes. So it's 1/2 to your exponent, okay? And then your number out here, your starting value is 361. The other thing that you'll need to know is, I believe it's B, after 32 days, it's just going to be for your exponent 1 out of the 32, okay? And then your x. So if I had plugged in 5, because I think that's what they want us to plug in, and that would give us the second number, okay? So just like tomorrow, your half goes here, your starting value goes here, and since it's out of 32 days, it's 1 over 32 in your exponent, okay? Same thing tomorrow, but instead of 32 days, it may say 30. So what's it going to be in your exponent? 1 over 30. Tomorrow, it's going to...
Plug it in to see which one.
And yeah, and then you can plug in your 5 and see which one works. And obviously, it's not going to be A.
Where were you plugging your 5?
Into the X. So you could just type in your calculator. Let's see. I might work just typing it in like this. 361 times 1/2 raised to the 1 divided by 32 times 5. And that would give me 323.945. And that one works. If I tried plugging in 5 on this one, y'all, it would not give me 0. Like, this one would not even give me the right answer. Okay? Do y'all want me to do number 11 with you to make sure that you get it? Yeah? Yeah? Because it's one of those, and you'll see it's going to be the same thing. That one was number 10, yeah. All right, let's look at number 11 then. Anybody still writing that down? No? Number 11 is the exact same thing. It's a half-life. So what goes under my exponent? So it's either this one or this one. What's my starting number? 722. Okay, and what's my exponent going to be with the x? Out of 71 hours. So it's going to be 1 over 71. But then, if you want to double check, plug in the number they give you and see if this is what they get for x. Okay, so plug in 17 for x, and it is going to be that. Do we get that now?
It's gonna be B.
It's going to be B.
Round your answer to the nearest thousand, so you can see it would be 0.
Well, but if it was 0, I mean, you wouldn't have to round that.
Yeah, but why would they say that?
Yeah, but you're prepared for tomorrow, right? You know it's not going to be what? It's not going to be,
0.
there you go. All right, so one of those is on there. I think y'all will be good with that, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, then there is one like 12 and 13. You're welcome. Okay, all you have to do is plug what into your calculator? E to the, what does that say? 1.7. And just to make sure we know, E is right here, that E to the X. So I press second E to the X. And so it's got the E there for me. And then I would just type in 1.7. And then it tells you how to round to the 4 decimal places. So it's 5.4739, which is A. Do I need to do number 13?
Please do that over again.
Yeah, then I'll do number 13. Okay, so that was number 12.
So you do second E.
Second E, and then type in the number they tell you.
What's the number?
The number for number 13 is 1.8. So you're going to type in E to the 1.8. Do you want me to show you where the E is?
No, I know where the E is.
Okay, did you type it in?
This one.
What'd you get for number 13? 13 is A. Yeah, 12 was A and 13 is A. Are we good with those?
And 12 and 13 was on there?
Yeah, both of those are on there. Look, on number 12, it's not number 12, but it's, what number is that? That's like 8 and 9 or something like that on your test. On those, it's going to say use a graph or use a table. Are we going to use that? No, because that's just a lot with checking our decimals on our table and stuff. So I'm not doing that. All you have to do is type it in on your calculator. Okay? We're good so far? Yes. All right. This one is let's see, number 14 on there. Yeah, 14 is on there, and it says, so there's 14 and 15. Let me see actually which one. Yeah, it's more like 14. Okay? It's compounded continuously. Do y'all remember our formula for that? This one is A equals P times E to the RT. That's continuously. I will put that on the board. That is compounded continuously. Okay? The other formula we learned, I don't know if that one's going to be on there. That's when it's compounded annually. Okay? But I will have this written on the board.
Make sure there's enough room on the test to like.
Well, I have already printed them.
There's like no room for me to write in.
Yeah, there's probably no room for you to write anything on there. I don't know. I'm sorry. I mean, it is what it is. Get a piece of scratch paper. I'm not
I have to
reprinting.
do it on the test.
Okay, I know, I do too. I'm sorry. Okay. So we are trying to find how much we will have. We are trying to find that amount, right? What's our principal on this problem?
16.
Yep, that's our 1600 is our starting value. E,
16.
yeah, 1600. E is just the number on our calculator, okay? So we'll type that in a second. And what's our rate and time? What's our R?
Your rate is 4.6.
So it's 0.046. Is everybody good with that? You always have to change your percentage to a decimal. Times what? 4. It was 4 years. I've lost my spot, so I'm just trusting y'all. Yeah, 4. So then we just type this in our calculator, right? So 1600 times E, and then I'm going to do 0.046 times 4. Make sure all that 0.046 and the 4 are all in the parentheses, or if yours is a newer calculator, all in your exponent. Okay, typing it in matters. When I press enter, I get, let's see, $1,923.23. Okay? Yes, I will put the formula on the board. 14 is D. There's not one like 15, but can I just show you how we would set that one up? Okay, because you know I'm going to anyway.
The one we just did is for annual.
Nope, that one was for continuous. This is, and that's,
It says annual interest rate.
but it's compounded what? Continuously. That matters. Okay, compounded continuously.
Would your 820 be?
Isn't that on number 14? Yeah.
starting number?
Huh?
Would 820 be your starting number?
So on number 15, no, it's actually different. It says how much money did you invest? Okay, so how much money did you start with? 15 is not on there, but this is in what they've been doing in college algebra. On number 15, you would set it up like this. It says it's yielding $820. That means that's how much you're getting. You don't know your starting amount, and then it's 0.05 times 3. Okay, now we would just divide by e to the RT. If you solved for p, what would you have to move? This number right here, right? So I would just divide 820 divided by that number. Does that make sense? No. So does everybody know why 820 is over here and not our starting amount? They said this is how much you end up with. How much did you start with? So does everybody understand me setting it up like this? Okay, y'all, this right here, what I'm covering up, that is a number on your calculator. And if I'm solving for p, how would I solve for p? I would divide it. Okay, we're not doing that. Okay, but I'm just trying to tell you in college algebra, sometimes like they would start with a problem like this and then they changed it up. And then they would solve for like this. You would just divide 820 divided by and type that in. Okay, so if you're curious as to what you get on 15, the answer is D as well. Now, that one's not on there though. You're going to go back over what number? 14. Okay?
It's D.
It is D though, yes. And 12 and 13 were on there, and we're going to continue moving. All right, are we ready to move on?
For sure.
Okay, so number 16 is on there. Okay?
It's on there.
15.
Yeah, 15 of them. Okay.
Are we almost done?
Well, we're on number 10. So yeah, we're getting there. So 16 says a credit card A is running a promotion where they charge 0% interest for the first year, 8% after that. Credit card B has an interest rate of 7.7% compounded continuously. If you're going to make a $500 purchase and plan to not make a single payment for 2.5 years, which credit card should you go with? Okay. So we're looking at card A and card B. So let me see. Huh?
This is hard.
Well, let's start with card B because that one is a little bit easier, I think. So it says how much will you have what's your starting amount on card B? 500. So this is for card B. It's going to be 500 times e to the what? What's our rate on that one?
0.007.
Yeah, because it's 0.7, it's 0.007 times 2.5. So let's see what that one equals. Anybody know? Do y'all get that?
508.83.
Okay, 508.83. So that's the amount for card B. Now, card A is a little bit different. Card A, we also start with 500 times E. What's our interest on this one?
0.
It's 0.8, but 0.008. But this is the tricky part. And we would like to plug in 2.5. However, what happens to the first year? Do we charge that on the first year? So what's 2.5 minus 1? Times 1.5. Okay? So what do we get on this one?
514.
Is it 514.20?
I got 506.
It should be, yeah, 506.04. Okay? So which one was cheaper? Which one is better? Okay, card A, which is letter C. So I heard different things, but yeah, the answer is C.
That's what I meant. I meant
I
like
said
card.
C.
Yeah.
and I was like, bro, okay.
Yeah, the answer is C, which was card A with that amount. Does that make sense, y'all? It's the same exact problem. Okay? It's the I just changed the numbers. And if I need to go back over that one tomorrow, I will.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Photo show.
Like
Wait, so
17
why do
on
you
there?
need to subtract one?
Because what did they say about your first year? Did they charge interest your first year? No. So they didn't charge interest 2.5 years. Card B charged interest for 2.5 years. Card A only charged interest for 1.5 years. Okay? That's why. All right? So we're good? Yes.
Your battery low.
I know. All right, let's see what's next. 17 is, I don't think, on there.
I don't want to do that.
Okay, so let's move along to 18. We're getting through this. How are we doing on time, y'all? I'm going to make it, and we're going to make it.
It's 8:30.
Yeah, so there is one like 18 on there, okay?
2.
So, yeah, this is what we learned yesterday, Sky, that you weren't here. So you write it as a logarithm, or, logarithmic form.
Oh, is this what
So-
we were learning in that video?
Yeah, this is the video.
Okay.
So it's log base, what's our base number?
2.
2. Log base B of our number, which is our answer. What's our answer? 32. Equals the power, which is 5. So what's our answer?
Wait, can you write
Yeah.
what it normally
Yes,
is?
so it's log base B of the number equals the power. And then this is not in logarithmic form. Base to the power equals the number. That's what that guy kept saying over and over again. Those two things. Okay? So that one is 18. Let's see, do I have... Yeah, it's B. I'm just looking to see what other ones.
18 on there.
18 is on there.
That's not too bad.
You just have to remember log base B of the number
18.
equals your power. 18 is B, yes. And 18 is on there. Can I keep going?
So we're number 19 would be 8.
Let's see. Oh, hold on.
It's 6.
Number 19. Let's see. I don't know if there's one like this on there. 19 is C. 19 is C, but I'm not seeing this one because it's just like 18. Okay? But it's C. Is everybody good with that? Log base 125 of your number equals your power. Huh? 19's not on there. It's just like 18, which is on there. Okay. The next one is like this one, just like it. Okay? Maybe even identical. All right. So it says write the exponential form. So what's your base?
4.
4. What's your exponent?
-2.
And it equals 1 over 16. If you type that in your calculator and press math enter, it's true. It does equal 1 over 16. Okay? So your base to your power equals your number. Are we good with that one? So 20 is D.
Is that what you said that one?
That one is on there, yes. And then we've only got 3 more, and they're all evaluate. 21's not on there. But the answer to 21 was A. Because I think y'all did that yesterday, didn't y'all? Yeah. But 21's not on there.
We did the whole back page.
Just right after we're done with this, can I run down to the gym after you, my grandparents' stadium chairs?
Yes, yes. Okay, all 3 of these are on there. I've changed the numbers a little bit. Okay, so let's look at this one. It says evaluate. Did we evaluate logarithms?
Yeah.
Okay, number 24 is super easy. Oh yeah, we did do these. What is 24? What, you can just type that one in your calculator. Why?
Because it's a base.
It's a base 10. Since they didn't write the base, it's an understood base 10. Our number system, right? Our calculator is prepared for our number system. You press the log button 0.01, and it's going to tell you it's, what'd you say? It's B, 24 is B? Yes. Okay. Now the other two, I did teach these yesterday, I just forgot. So you're going to say the base to the power equals the number. What is our base?
Your base is
5. Do I know my power? No.
Wait, what number are we doing?
Number 22 now. The base to, I don't know the power, equals my number. What's the first thing you're going to be able to tell about your exponent? It's going to be negative because it's a fraction. So you have already narrowed down 2 answer choices. 50-50 chance now.
So if it has
Okay.
a fraction, it's always a negative?
If you what? If it's a fraction, it's going to be negative. And y'all, one thing you can do is just plug in the answer choices and see which one works. 5 to -3, math enter. 5 to -4, math enter. You can check yourself. But I'm going to show you how to do this. So I said, okay, this is base 5, and I know this one's going to be 5 to some negative number. So I had these written on the board. Let's get 625, 5 to some number. How many times do I have to multiply 5? 4. But it's going to be negative, right? Because of the fraction. So P is -4. All right. Do y'all remember that yesterday? Yeah. And again, you can just do trial and error on your calculator. Okay. Math enter. Number 23, our last one, it says
Are they all on
3.
there?
Huh? Yeah, all 3 of these are on there. So this one is 3 to some power equals 243. I know this one's going to be a positive number. Okay? So I'm going to need to write this as 3 to some power. So 3 times itself how many times? 5. So what is my power? 5. P is 5. There we go. Okay, let me say that one again.
Can I go to the bathroom?
You may. So first thing you have to remember how to set it up. The base to the power equals the number. So, yes, so 3 to your power equals 243. So you have to get the bases the same. So I'm like, okay, 3 times itself how many times is 243? Just try different numbers. Is 3 to the 4th power 243? No. Is 3 to the 5th power 243? Yes. So that's why my answer is 5. I'm going to pause our video.
So
Miss Amanda, you can, okay. Can I use that?
Yes.